All right, guys, well, here's the dumpster. It's not even, full all the way. It's like, I would say 3/4 full, but there is tile, there's sheetrock and stuff like that. So the customer wants me to go ahead and dump this and bring a dumpster back. I was gonna swap it, but I realized that the new dumpster that I have doesn't have the decals, and I want to save that dumpster for Halloween because I'm gonna be basically doing like a promotional deal this Halloween. So anyways, we're gonna pick this dumpster, go dump it, and bring it back, and the customer will be paying for another 1 to 7 day rental. I just sent the invoice again. He's about to go ahead and pay it. But yeah, here's a look. This dumpster's been here for about, I think, 10 days. So I was gonna charge him, $20 for the last 2 days, which was this weekend. But since he's gonna go ahead and continue using us, and he's flipping homes, he's gonna be using my service from now on. He's just flipping homes in another city. That's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. But I told him I'll go ahead and work with him, and I'll just charge drive time. And he said he's cool with it. So we'll be getting more business from him. So good deal, good deal. All right, so I'm about to circle the block. So what I do is I put my hazards on. I drive real slow and let everyone know what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna back up and pick up. It's kind of off of a busy street, so I kind of need to hurry up and try to get this in one shot. All right, so yeah, this is gonna be a heavy load. I guess they put a lot of tile in here. So I'm gonna say it's probably 2 tons, but we'll see. But yeah, the equipment has really no issue, picking it up. I mean, it's still fast. I just make sure it's lined up because I'm kind of jackknife. I had to jackknife the truck kind of to fit in here without going into the neighbor's driveway. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys a technique that I use with these roll-off dumpsters. So if you have them or if you plan on getting them. So I'm in a tight spot, okay? So these boards help me without damaging the customer's floor. So as you can see, I just have a few more inches and then it's gonna fall off. So I could put it in reverse and back up. And as you can tell, my truck isn't straight, it's kind of jackknife. So it could end up shifting and falling off. So to prevent that, what you can do is you can grab you some boards, which I always have at least, I try to keep 2 extra with me. But the customer seems like to have some lumber right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. And basically, I'm gonna use this as an extension. And I really hate this wired remote because you can't see everything all at once. So I called 4 Parts and they're closed on Monday. And it was supposed to take 1 week. We're on week number 3 now. So I had to buy a whole winch, a $350 winch, just for this remote because they didn't have this remote in stock. So my plan was, all right, order 2 remotes from them and then return the winch with their remote, and then I'll have my deals. So I spent like $600-700 that day. All right, so I just have to watch out for that left hand roller. All right, there you go. So what the extensions allow me to do is it allows me to stay in place and go ahead and continue winching it up until it goes all the way up. All right, so I picked up that load and my trailer brakes, they aren't working, and my running lights aren't working either. So the other day when I went to Fort Worth, I noticed that my running lights weren't working. So I had to whip out, my emergency lights. I have this kit. But anyways, I tried looking for the short and I couldn't find it that night. So now I'm noticing that my trailer brakes, the electrical trailer brakes, aren't working. So this is going to be a big issue because right now the truck's doing all the work as far as braking. And I received a message, okay, so from someone who wants to get coaching from me. So I know some of you guys, have reached out to me and asked me, how much would I charge to, receive some coaching or help you with some marketing or come up with a logo or something like that. And I really, really appreciate that for you guys even, taking me in consideration for something so serious like that, as far as getting advice for business and stuff like that. Again, these videos are really to you know, I document my day and I try to help people out with certain things. And if you have any questions, I mean, comment down below and I'll answer it. That way it helps other people with whatever question you have. And there is no dumb questions. So I'm not like, you know, this guy's asking his dumb ass question. No, I mean, there is no dumb question. I mean, there's anything you want to know about or learn about that I could probably help you out with, just let me know. Now, as far as like coaching and stuff like that, again, I didn't create this channel to like charge people for stuff or sell people stuff. I mean, I'm just trying to help you guys with what I know. So as far as like coaching and whatnot, I really don't have the time, to be honest with you. I mean, as y'all can see while making these videos, just even making these YouTube videos, I mean, it takes up a lot of my time. I just enjoy doing it. So like coaching someone or, you know, taking phone calls every day or scheduling calls and charging people for the calls, in a way, to me, something I don't really look forward to doing at all, really. I mean, any questions you have, again, comment down below and do your own research as well, and, you know, go from there. But thank you guys so much for even taking me into consideration for like being a coach or a mentor or something like that. But to be honest with you, I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm 25 years old and I'm building my business with what I have, and I'm just learning as I go. So I'm no expert at anything. You know, if any, I'm learning just like you. I'm a sponge. I'm trying to absorb what can be taught to me through my mistakes and stuff, and I'm expressing that in these videos with you guys. And any coaching or any phone calls or anything like that, I can't do it. I can't with my limited amount of time, and I just don't feel right with that either. But anything you have, any questions, just message me right here on YouTube or reach out to me however you want. Text me, I don't care, and I'll get back with you. Alright, so I just finished dumping that load here at the landfill. It cost me $47 to dump that dumpster. So I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the pricing. Now, if you live in California or you live in different parts of Texas or wherever you may be from, it's going to be a lot different for you than it is for me. For example, this landfill that I come to offers discounts if you pay the membership fee of $250 every 3 months. Now, if you are bringing in a good amount of business, then it's a good thing for you because it'll lower your payment. Or lower your expenses basically on your rentals or your jobs. So I charge $295 for that container, okay, for a 1 to 5 day. I'm going to change it to 1 to 7 days. Then I charge $400 for a 7 to 10 day. I'm going to be changing that as well to, I think, 10 to 12 days. So how did I come up with that pricing? To be honest, trial and error. At the beginning I was charging $240. And then I realized, okay, even if I'm paying $40 to $60 a dump fee, I'm making less than $200, so I can't do that. So I raised it to $275 or $260. And then I was like, you know what, I can't do that either because of fuel costs. Then I bumped it all the way up to $295. Some of these guys that have been in this business for a long time here in my area charge $250 to $275, upwards to $400 for the 1 to 7 day rental. Now, some of the guys that are doing like $250, $275, they have a lot of dumpsters, so they're just wanting to get them out on rent, okay? So I came into this game charging a lot more now. I've only been in this game for 3 months with the dumpster rentals. So I'm charging more than some of the guys that have been in business for a long time here. And I'm still doing okay as far as business. So that proves to you that you don't have to be the cheapest in order to have a business or to be successful or anything like that. And you just have to be able to provide value to your customers, meaning like this small container brings value to homeowners compared to that big ass container right there. They don't want that in their front yard, okay? These are smaller, they look nice. I do good marketing. I have good brand awareness and good reputation in my city, in my area. So I'm able to put these out on rent at a higher cost compared to someone else at a lower cost, because their dumpster, even though it may be even bigger than mine, I'm charging more for mine, even though it's smaller. So It's all about providing value and getting in front of your customers and building your reputation for your business. So yeah, hope that, I guess, clears up some of the things. So basically I try to make, you know, $200 or more when it comes to dumpster rentals. And a lot of these guys, like say that guy right there, they're in construction or oil field. I have a niche. So find your niche. If you try to be the guy that does it all, cuts yards, do dumpster rentals, does junk removal, does home remodels, does this, does that, customers see that and they won't take you serious, and it's going to be hard to juggle all them things with just one guy. And maybe even if you have a crew, and your crew is going to be confused and be like, so what are we doing today? So find a niche and be really, really good at it, and worry about the customer and not your competition as much. Worry about the customer, and then the business will come. All right, so I just delivered the dumpster back at this home, and I think I have time to go ahead and pick up the other dumpster that's coming off rent. Go ahead and dump it. That way in the morning, we could use that container to go ahead and do 2 junk removal jobs in the morning. And I think I have one more dumpster that's supposed to be coming off schedule, I think tomorrow. All right, so I'm about to pull up to this rental pickup. It's a pretty tight spot. It's in a trailer park home. All right, so I'm here for the rental pickup, and this is a customer that called me yesterday and told me, hey man, I think I might have overfilled it with some weight. Just go ahead and charge me extra. And I was just like, oh, okay, all right, cool, whatever. So then I looked at the invoices before I was gonna pick up, and I seen that it was still open. So I'm assuming he thinks I'm like the other dumpster rental companies that charge you after they dump. Now there's like 3 ways to go about charging for like dumpster rentals. Is you could charge up front flat rates. So basically have a flat rate for like, you know, 2 tons or whatever, and then you could charge them later if it goes over the tonnage. Even then, you know, it's up to you depending on how your dump fees are. Like even if I go over 3 tons, I still make over 2 tons. I still make a good profit, over $200 in some cases. Then you could charge as far as like you dump it, like you charge them a delivery fee and setup fee for the dumpster, and then you charge them tonnage after you dump. So I've seen guys do it that way. And then you could charge basically a straight up flat fee, like no matter what, it's gonna be that rate. Which I go with the first option. You know, I try to do flat rate, but I let them know as well, like, hey man, like if you go over 2 tons, then I'm gonna have to, you know, contact you or whatever. But like even then, for my niche and what I do and how big these containers are, it hardly ever goes over 3 tons. I've only had it happen once, and that was because of a contractor who made a mountain over the top, and I ended up charging him more after that. But anyways, here's a look at the dumpster, and I could go ahead and tell you right now, this is gonna be less than a ton. It's probably gonna cost me maybe $20 to dump it. And the customer has all this left. He could throw it in there in the next dumpster rental. That looks like it'll probably be a bit heavier. Man, talk about close. I just had a couple inches on each side of the trailer to get out of here. All right, so yeah, this load is heavy. It's not like super heavy, but it has some weight to it, but it's under 2 tons. I did see some rock and brick and stuff like that, but nothing crazy. I want to say when I delivered, he asked me if he could throw a couple in there, and I said, yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, I got some weight to it I could feel it. But it shouldn't be an issue. And I'll show you guys, because I'm gonna go to the landfill. I think I have enough time to make it over there, and I'll break down the price once again. All right, so just made it just in time, just about 2 minutes away from closing time. The dump fee was $44.51, so let's just round it up to $45 is what the dump fee was. Charged $295 for the rental. So profit was $250. Now, if you want to end up getting like net profit, then you would end up, you know, anything your COS, so cost of service. So since we're service based, it's cost of service. If you worked at like a warehouse or you ever did like retail, then it'll be COGS, cost of goods. So basically, you want to know what your expenses, your upfront expenses for the service that you're providing a customer. So with dumpster rentals, it's always going to be your dump fee, and then you can add in your fuel costs. But it's kind of hard to track your fuel costs for like one dumpster rental. So today I had a full tank, and right now I'm about to be half a tank. So if you just wanted to add in, let's just say $25 on top of the dump fee for every rental. So this was $45, just add $25 for fuel cost from delivery and pickup. Then we're looking at $45, $60, $70. So you do $295 minus $70, and that would, I guess you could assume, to be your net profit. But even then, you know, you could add in other stuff too if you wanted to, but like really I just add in the dump fee, and so the dump fee was $250, and then if you add in the fuel, then you drop that down, be $225. So let's just say $225, which I'm in the green because I want to be able to make $200 per dumpster rental no matter what. Now what else can I say? What was I about to say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, add in your sales tax. So I know when you're starting out in junk removal or even dumpster rentals, you might be unsure if you should be collecting tax or not. And depending on what state you're in and stuff like that, your sales tax is gonna be different, depending on the state and everything like that. But in Texas, junk removal, from what I've been told, is taxable, so I have to collect sales tax from any junk removal jobs that I do from homeowners. Now, if you're doing business to business, B2B, and the business lets you know that they're tax exempt, then you don't charge the sales tax to them. And then I've heard other stuff, like if you get subcontracted work, like third-party work, then you're not supposed to charge them sales tax. I mean, I've talked to my bookkeeper about that, and like they say, oh yeah, as long as they send you proof, yada yada yada. But anyways, make sure you charge sales tax. So after sales tax, with my rentals, they're like $319 and something cents. But you do not add in the sales tax. Like after you charge the customer sales tax is not part of your revenue. It's not part of your your revenue. It's not going to be on your cash. It shouldn't be on your balance sheet. It shouldn't be your cash flow. That is money that you are responsible for holding and paying back to your state, local government as a business owner. And then you should file that depending on how much you make a month. Your state will let you know if you do it every quarter or if you do it every month. But anyways, just wanted to throw that in there because I know a lot of you guys, especially new guys, y'all don't even know what sales tax is or how to get that going. So what you do to get that going is you talk to your sales tax people from your city, and they'll tell you where to go, and then you go and they ask you, what do you do, what's your AEIN number, what's your business name, blah blah blah. Then they'll set you up, and you want to be paying that sales tax, because if you don't and you get audited, you're going to get hit with a bunch of fines and you might go to jail. So you're going to want to look into that on what taxes you need to be collecting within your business. Not just the federal government, but your state and local government. Someone asked so he's looking for workers, right? Helpers. And he's asking basically how to pay them. And he's like, is minimum wage the best way to go when starting out looking for helpers? And I responded with basically no. No one, I don't think it's gonna be hard, and if you do, they're probably not gonna work for that long. So minimum wage right now is like $7 something cents. So let's just say $8 an hour. And in the news lately, and I think in California, I think it's already changed, it's like $15 an hour. So the average junk remover in the country, as far as like an employee, like a helper, you're gonna be having to pay them anywhere from $10 to $15 or more an hour as a hand. And then your drivers are probably gonna make anywhere from $15 all the way up to $20 an hour. Especially if you have them out delivering rentals. So yeah, the best way to go when starting out is to just hire family or cousins or friends, or friends from high school, or friends of friends, and just pay them by the day. Now, as far as all the legal stuff and all that, I ain't gonna get into any of that. But once you can start hiring actual employees, W-2 income and stuff, you're gonna want to learn the laws and regulation within your state and the federal law. Because if you're hiring people you don't know, again, you don't know these people, and if they get hurt, you're gonna want to have some type of workers' comp, or if they try suing you because you're not paying them overtime and you didn't know, you're gonna want to know, or you're gonna want to hire out payroll assistants or companies to do your payroll for you, which is gonna be costly. So employees are pretty expensive. All right, so it's about to be 4:30. I like to be home, before 5 on most days, but in order to make tomorrow easier and be on time to the jobs, decided to go ahead and dump this dumpster. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna take this back home with me, and then in the morning pick up my team member